thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
I'm Lowery Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
This is episode 290, and oh boy, we haven't done a tournament since 262? Has it really been that long?
Really?
I think so. I didn't write it down on the sheet, but when I pulled the thumbnails to kind of reference, I think we went all summer without a tournament, right? I think it was spring.
Oh, okay. Now, this is going to sound stupid, but I thought you were talking about like February 62nd or something. I don't know.
No,
February 6th.
I think we did
so 30-ish episodes ago.
Does that
28? Or 290, episode 290. I knew this. I wrote it down. Is that right?
Hey,
I'm hoping.
Hey, we already got some S talk with sports and all that. We're not talking sports. We're talking Magic. We never talk sports on this at all.
We don't. This is a Magic podcast.
Magic Commander podcast. So we have what is our tournament that we have going that we're doing the draft for tonight? It's fitting, right? It's the first week of football. So we're doing a draft, right? Does that kind of work?
No.
I mean, the drafts are already done.
Back in April.
Right.
But yeah, Planeswalkers, draft style. I get the first pick finally.
Oh, good for you.
And that's because your Shorakai won the vehicles tournament was the last win. So the winner of the last
like
tournament.
Ace Steed too. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing with.
Yeah, was it? It was.
With vehicles.
Shorakai. Oh, number 6. Well, it was a 6 overall. Six overall pick. Yeah, that went. It took down Unlicensed Hearst, which was the number 1 pick by me. So, good for you, Lowery. So yeah, we're doing the draft tonight. We're gonna. What else are we doing? We got a couple of things. We had our one regular and one other topic we're gonna talk about. Do you remember?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you say it?
We're gonna talk about. We'll lead into the draft of talking about how the new, basically standard sets only have one Planeswalker and whether that's a good or bad thing or how we feel about that. Just kind of, that'll be a little brief topic. It's not going to be big, but it's interesting. It's a different, I don't know. There's some things I have some gripes about and some things that I like about it. So we'll talk about that. And then we have a new ante for Stump the Smith Savant, and actually we have Los Pollos Hermanos from the Exiled is going to try to stump you this week. This one's gonna be interesting.
Good luck.
This one's gonna be interesting. We'll see how this one goes.
Okay.
But the ante, I gotta add this in. So we know we had the foil proxy of Delighted Halflane, but now we have an actual foil Smothering Tithe with the
alt art.
Yeah, the alt art, but it's what do they call it? The frame breaking art is what they're calling it because they actually have stuff going through the frames. That's what they called it this time. I mean, that's how I make my proxies all the time, but I guess it's called frame breaking. So
they should just call it Adam style.
Yeah, right. So we got that. That is you're on a 4 or 3 game winning streak. So you're 67-23, so we'll see how that goes. See if we get enough. That'll be at the end, so hopefully you get enough lubed up that you do well there.
Thanks.
That's about it. What else we got? You got anything you want to talk about?
Nope.
Well, we got to waste like 12 minutes because we normally go 17 minutes of non-Magic, and then we jump into tags for 50 minutes. Just kidding. You're not helping me out. Hey, we played some Commander games this week. How did that go? That was this last week. And we have some in real life games coming up. Oh, good.
Oh, good for you.
Good for us. You got to play your
Treebeard?
fucker.
30. What is that?
It's Ibukaki. Oko is the best. You are dumb.
What do you want for 30? Is that just 3 regular shots?
Is it 3 regular shots or 2 malorts? You gonna take it easy on us?
Yeah, let us. You can text me too. I got my phone right next to me too.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Well, you can message on here. I don't know why the message of Renshai must have done the Vikings dig early, so it didn't pop up.
Too bad. Too sad.
So we'll be taking a shot. We're just going to find out which kind and all that stuff here in a second. And Larry, you're definitely going to be lubed up, so get ready, buddy. So yeah, you got to play Treebeard. I don't know what you do.
It didn't really work. That's not how lubed up works. But
you're getting that tongue moving there. All right. So your Treebeard, freaking, that was sweet, dude. That first game, if you guys get a chance, check out the game from last week. Treebeard, every time we killed it, it died 3 times. You got it out
at least.
Well, no,
I ramped. Yeah. Well, yeah, the first game at least it was 3 times, but I ramps. It was, you were saying 3rd turn. I'm pretty sure at the end of my 3rd or 4th turn, I had 8 mana.
Stupid.
Lands, not even artifacts, just lands. It was ridiculous.
It was insane. So we kept killing it, and it kept coming back, and then, hey, Ward's no joke, people. That counters.
It got twice.
Got back to back.
You once and Scott once.
Yeah, Scott first. And we're all talking about it, and I made the mistake of my card giving me 2 treasures, and I was like, oh, I got enough. Well, my card has to resolve to give me the 2 treasures, so I couldn't use the 2 treasures to target his thing, and so I fucked up. So he got
that was fantastic.
2 spells to fizzle. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. So you stomped us the game 1, and then
the second game was awesome. It was all over the place.
That if you're listening or watching and you haven't watched it yet, you should at least watch from game 2 because that is like what I love about like Commander, because every single one of us had the win. Like it was, but not at the same time. It was like mine was about to go off with Thrumming Stone, and luckily Scott destroyed that as soon as I started the first Dragon's Approach Thrumming Stone. Otherwise, you guys were all dead. And I almost won twice because
I think I was down to 4 at that point.
Yeah. Well, no, but then when it was down to you, Scott, and myself, remember I was drawing into trying to get my last Dragon's Approach because you were at 3 or 2 and Scott was at 1. Oh no, you're at 4. You're right. And I was doing 4.
No, I was at 4, but you were doing 4 points of damage, and he was at 5 or 6.
No, he was at 1.
Oh, he was at
lower than you. I just needed to hit him one more time, and I just couldn't get that last one to go. And it was pretty funny because then I was like, I foretell this, and I was like, I have 1 mana open, just so you know. It would have been a drag. I could have played Dragon's Approach if I had it. And then Scott's like, "Oh, thank God!"
Right. It was intense. And then Scott got hit with 2 Aetherflux reservoirs, and he's the one that won.
Yeah. He got
and there was so much life gain. It was ridiculous.
9 Dragon's Approach at 4 damage apiece because I had the bump on that.
And you had Aetherflux Reservoir. 0 had copied yours.
Yeah, and then you copied.
And then at the end, I played mine.
Yeah,
I just got over 50, and I did as much as I could, which was nothing. And then I played Aetherflux, was over 50, did my 50, went down to like 2 or 3.
And then
Scott had a horde of like 80 damage.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Flyers. It was
when
crazy.
You get what is it? The Ascension. Was it Luminarch?
The White Ascension.
Is that Luminarch Ascension? I think. Is that right?
Was that Luminarch? Yeah.
So I got
turn 2.
Turn 2. And it was like, well, shit.
Just fucking He didn't have to draw another card that entire game. Just fucking make angels.
Yeah. You know what? Ibukaki has still not told us what kind of shot we're taking yet. He's him and Scott's on. There's so many angels. Yeah, it was insane.
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that
Giada out there, they're huge.
Well, and then the other part of that, and we're kind of ruining some of the stuff, but you guys got to see it because then 0, he had his Aetherflux, and was he all out attacking? Yes, he was all out attacking to kill Scott. And then what happened? How did that work? Oh, no, that's not right. Scott was all out attacking to kill Zero, and Zero is at 55 life. And so Zero's like, all right, I will pay the 50 to kill you. Well, Scott was gaining life when he was bringing out creatures. So he gained just enough life to stay alive, and then his attack went through, killed Zero, which if he would have said
he was at just like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and he had like 8 angels coming at him. But if Zero if Scott would have said go to Zero, we were all dead because he had the copying spells and combo to hit us each for 30 plus damage. So it was like every single one of us had the opportunity to win the game. So that was so much fun. So, you said we have regular text? Okay. All right. I got to get my Christmas tree over there. Is there anything else? Oh, why don't we're going to get kind of some of these tags in here right now. While I go grab my little shots over here. What are you going to be doing for this week for YouTube for your build on a deck this week, right? Spotlight deck?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
You gonna go do your thing? Just do your thing, yeah. So I plan on streaming probably Thursday night, 9 Central PM. But I'm gonna be making Hilda the Ice Crown, and that's that blue-white tap down with the benefit. So whenever you tap a creature, you can pay 1, and you either get to create a 4/4, give all your creatures +1/+1 counters, or scry 2 and draw a card. And so there's a lot of different avenues that I'm excited about it. And it's weird because there are a handful of like combos with it, but you can't truly combo unless you have like infinite mana, but also it's just tapping. So you can only go so far because there's only so many creatures you can tap down. I'm excited to build it. And we'll see where it goes. I have it down to about 150 cards at this point, and so we'll be able to go from there. Hopefully I can keep the video down to about an hour and a half. That's my goal. I don't like going for 2 hours, 2.5. That gets to be long.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Yeah. And then so that's what I'll be doing Thursday night, 9 Central, PM.
PM?
PM.
Pium, 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 pium. It sounds like finger guns. Pium, pium.
Yep. Pium, pium. That's what's gonna happen Thursday.
Yeah, and then next in line will be how we talked about it when we were last week about the commanders, that you got to do the life loss commander, and I got to do the life gain commander. So we're gonna have to start working on that here so we can get a game.
I'm really excited for Rowan, Scion of War.
Dude, there's so many more things for yours. Like mine is just life gain is probably gonna be like easier, but probably pretty lame. Or
come on.
Well, no, like hurting yourself it's a good thing to do. Like, and you're in black, that's gonna be easy.
But there's some good cards.
Yes, there's
because we already talked about maybe last week, but
it was last week when it convinced you basically.
Vampiric Tutor. I'm not gonna be doing that, but like I'm probably gonna do Mana Crypt, and that 3 damage is
you're like
5. It gives me 5 mana.
Can I choose not to pick a number,
right.
whatever?
I just
want to
deal me damage. Deal me damage. So.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where Hilda goes and watch me this week, not 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Rowan.
Until 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, Rowan will do it.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll see.
Right.
What else? I don't know what curated my shorts are gonna be tomorrow. I don't know what that's gonna be. So, but that's a video that I put out on Tuesdays and probably Saturdays.
It just depends whenever.
Of just random cards that mostly go in a deck that you're not going to see a whole ton of, and they're what do you mean? What are you laughing about?
Well, it almost sounded like you're saying, which is probably going to go in a deck that you probably won't ever play because it's not good.
Oh.
Like it seems
no.
I
was just saying they're not really well-known cards, so you might not know about them. Like
Elephant Grass is the biggest one.
Is not to get you like I don't want to talk about Aetherflux Reservoir,
right?
On a curated, everybody knows about it. Who the fuck cares? I'm trying to dig for a little bit of cards that people don't really know about. Generally, they're a little bit more niche or specific.
But sometimes you get not sometimes, a lot of times people are like, oh, that's like I always use Elephant Grass, like you just said it a second ago, is one of the great examples. You put that into curated, and I was like, holy shit, I have that card. And that fits perfectly in Daryl because I'm giving people black zombies and then they can't attack me because they're black creatures. And then It's kind of like a pseudo whatchamacallit, ghostly prison.
It just stops
propaganda.
the crackback, which is nice.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, so check out Curated MTG. So it's weird. We just kind of got our YouTubes out of the way. I'm excited for in real life games though, because we haven't played in real life games since SmithCon.
Yeah.
So we've had
that's a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's a while.
This last week was our first like on video games since before SmithCon, right? Because I don't think we did one before I went to Hawaii, and I don't think we did one.
Oh yeah, we definitely didn't do anything in July, and nothing in August that I know of.
Yeah, so because I was working on the cabin the whole time, so yeah, we definitely didn't do. Right. I don't.
Was there not a game? There was a game in there.
Oh
no,
yeah, there was.
There was a game beforehand, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, what am I talking about? Because we played our Lord of the Rings stuff. Because then I played Tom the Bomb, and then
I did Balrog.
Yeah, okay. Our memory sucks. Hey, we're at that 17-minute mark, so now we can do our tags and get into this shit. Well,
we already got half of our tags done. All right,
we got to do one of these. I got to do a shot here.
I still got to go. Okay, so we're doing nice shots for 3 nice shots. All right, I got to go get mine. So it's unexpected that hockey's being nice.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? No, not that. I know that Nike. He's a nice guy. Just as in, most people like watching us take Malort. He just wants to get us drunk. That's all. I appreciate that.
And Ibukaki, you just said thanks for the invite. I totally invited you. You're always, every time we invite you, you say I'm busy. So you're a bastard. Anyways, while Lowery's gone, this is what I'm drinking in light of the season, because it's September. So why not get to pumpkin spice stuff? Because I already have my pumpkin spice coffee. I'm drinking the Samuel Adams Jack O Pumpkin Ale, which is very good, very pumpkin-y. It's really light on the alcohol, so it's 4.4%. So basically, I can't even get a buzz off of this stuff, but it tastes really good. So it's that time of the year. Lowery, what are you drinking for your adult beverage? We got a lot of things that people said there. Lowery, you should do Lifeline for the show. And 3,000 decks. Oh, Lifeline. We've done Lifeline is one of the cards that we have talked about a lot. If you go back to our second episode when we talked reserved list, Lifeline was, and I think we've mentioned
it in 2 of our 4 underplayed cards. It shows up in our deck building stuff.
We love that card.
If there was a deck that you could attribute to us, it'd be Lifeline, in my opinion. One of them.
Yeah.
It'd be.
Don't you think?
An interesting idea. Like cards.
In the beginning,
maybe it's a Fave 5.
The beginning, it would have been Mirage Mirror. Remember how much I talked about Mirage Mirror? It's like Mirage Mirror. So much so, it's in my bulk, the non-foils, and I don't want to give it away because I'm like, I love this card. But
it's so fun. Are we ready?
Yeah, I got. So I am drinking a Bird Dog salted caramel flavored whiskey. So the fuck? Oh, it's almost the same thing that Christopher gave me, but his is a Tennessee salted caramel whiskey. So it's going to be kind of like what I took, but I'm drinking out of this little bottle here. Oh, that guy.
Okay.
This is that Christmas tree. Let me show you. You know that Christmas tree Cindy got me? Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm still, because people buy Malort all the time. I never take shots from that tree.
Exactly. Right. I'm still drinking the stuff from Trombley. So.
Nice.
That's how little we drink the rum, but
right. Cheers there,
Alex.
Ibukaki.
Thank you so much, sir. You're my man.
So much better. Oh, right. But it's still glad I have a 4.4% alcohol. It's still booze all at once. Oh, God. I like
I would. I think I mixed some other rum in there, so it's not just the pure Captain Private Stock or whatever. But
that's
also appreciate you, Trombley. That was
Captain's my next.
That's a good shot. When we get our next weekend, please bring more booze that you enjoy, and we'll leave. I'll grab that as well. I would appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
But
all right. Okay. So you guys can become a patron by donating $1 or more. That gets you into the Discord. $5 or more gets you proxies like the delighted halfling I showed you there. That's if you move up higher in the tiers, you can get the foils of that each month. You also can chat with us and everything and play games like I talked about. We played games last week with Scott. He's right here on the live feed here. Scott played games with us. Zero Cool played games with us. So there's everybody from the Discord. Basically, it's Discord Commander, and we are 20 rounds deep at this point. So we got 2 games in that last week. And so, yeah, that's one of the perks to become a patron. It's supporting us. It helps us grow. One of the things that we are using the funds to do is start up the store. That's going to be coming pretty damn soon. We got quantities picked out and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. We'll be probably doing a little giveaway to introduce that. So you just... And there's some perks for being patrons, just saying, just throwing that out there. So if you haven't and you wanted to support the Smiths, make sure you do that. Even just $1. That helps out. If you don't want to do it a monthly thing, you can do it on the live feed like Ibukaki just did. Donate, giving us shots. Yes, you're making us suffer, but you're also supporting us at the same time. So that helps, helps out everything there. What else? So that is the financial way to support the show. The other financial way to support the show and free way in the same way is to jump on YouTube and subscribe there, because every video you watch there, and if you have a choice, if you can listen to us or watch us, because that helps us out. Every penny counts, because we now are monetized.
Oh, good for you.
And have been for
we've made a whole $4.
Yeah. Hey, that $4 goes somewhere. So if you have a choice, you should check out YouTube.
I agree.
Make sure you subscribe there. And in your pocket, nothing.
That's my pocket. There's a pocket on this tiger robe. If you didn't know, it's fantastic robe. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
To you. Yeah, it wasn't just a general thank you. It was a thank you to you. Yes.
But yeah, so that is the big thing is subscribing there. And get the notification so you know when any of our videos are popping up. I just did a video. Oh, I guess I should mention that. I did a video a couple hours ago opening up the secret layers to see what bonus stuff was there. I was hoping.
How's that Lord of the Rings bonus card? Did that make up for
the One Ring would be in the Lord of the Rings, but
it wasn't?
No, let's just say.
Right. Yeah, I was as surprised as you, because I opened up a bundle where the One Ring was supposed to be, and that wasn't there either.
The One Rings are disappearing. What is happening?
Motherfucker.
No, this wasn't supposed to have a One Ring in it. It just, they decided to put all the garbage in there, like cards that aren't worth anything. But let me say this, and it's early. We were talking about this precast. Not everything's gone out, so we'll see where everything flushes out. But there probably wasn't a lot bought, so this is actually probably going to be one of the higher priced secret layers.
You gotta have people that want to buy it though, because there's a shortage.
Well, yes and no, but you do, because you have a Lord of the Rings thing. You have people that are like me, and my aunt, that I sent it to her and she got a lady boner. No, she didn't. She was just like, oh, awesome. But you have Lord of the Ring fans that will.
That's weird, right? It's like I don't want to talk about it because he's your aunt, but that's like a.
And she might be watching. She watches
right?
on occasion.
That's what that is. Yeah. All right. Oh, sorry.
She's gonna. You were dead to her, Lowery. You're talking about my aunt.
Probably already was. That's all right.
All right. So yeah, the secret layers. It's interesting when you get some duds that are really bad for some reason. Not for some reason. There's an obvious reason. There is a shortage, and so then the price goes way up. But when I like secret layers. And it's kind of getting deep into things here, but when we
good for you.
That's not what I was going to say.
I like secret layers. I love lamp.
I love lamp. When we got into specking, a lot of the times I didn't like to spec on modern cards or legacy cards or whatever. It was always commander, because at the very least, if the spec didn't work out, I was like, well, I can use this in a commander deck. And with specs, with secret layers, I like to buy secret layers that the cards actually have value. You know, where this one where every single card is under $1. It's like, well, there isn't any value there. So
right.
You're right now getting a shortage, and so the price is high and there isn't money out there. and that's why it's high. It's not because any of the cards are good. It's just because no one has them. So I don't feel confident with those, and that's why I only bought one. I didn't buy any to sell. So,
right.
But yeah, check out that video. Got a couple extra bonuses. They're still going with the slivers. Slivers are all over the place, which is kind of a good thing, bad thing. But I wonder how long they'll do that if they do the same length they did with the stained glass Planeswalkers. I went for like 2 years.
That like 2 years?
Yeah. So I hope they don't go that long with it, but whatever. But anyways, all right. So that is YouTube. You can check out our gameplays. You can check out our box openings, battle boxes, all that stuff.
Personally, I would rather just have a bonus card from that, whatever package that you're buying.
What do you mean?
Because they do that sometimes. So there was...
Oh, you're talking about like the Scarab God thing? Where you spent over 200 and they gave you a Scarab
like
God?
instead of stained glass Planeswalker or that, like get rid of those and like...
Oh,
where they have like another Ghost Quarter,
they did that,
or another
that's in this drop,
or another Brainstorm. You know what I mean? That's what I would prefer, because I'm buying that, so I at least like some of the cards in there, and there's a better chance of me enjoying that.
So like, two of the drops have like the one with Gaia's Blessing has the regular one, and then the art one where it's black and white, the artist proof one kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a shitty pick, but yeah. I mean, I'd rather have that than I guess
than another sliver. But
I don't know if I retract my statement. I guess I dislike that choice.
Well, listen to this. Well, I'll give you the two others. In the mountains one, all the mountains, the 9-10 mountains there are. They gave you a goat, a mountain goat.
Oh, like from Ice Age, the 1/1 mountain walk?
The 1/1 mountain walk, yep.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
That sucker, if I wanted to sell it, which I'm not going to, it probably is going to sell for $20 because it's so fucking stupid and it's perfect. There's so many people are going to buy that. It's ridiculous, but they will.
That's stupid.
And then the other one was Wormtongue is the Lord of the Rings one, which is
that's fucking
just garbage.
That's fucking, I don't know what they were doing.
What are they doing? I think there was one other artist proof, but I can't remember which one that is. Anyways, all right, check out those videos.
How sweet would have been if Lord of the Rings extra cards was it 7 of the Nazgul?
Oh,
like the different arts? That could have been cool.
Look at that. That would have been awesome. Lowery, look at you with the brains there. Because then you would have had people, oh shit, no, dude, that would have been bad. Not bad, it would have been good. But because no one bought the Lord of the Rings stuff, think of how little.
Insane.
Yeah, they'd be like 150 a piece because you'd have 7 of, or is it 9?
Like all the 9 different arts.
Yeah. So you'd have all these different arts that you have to go after because the Nazgul are already expensive because they're sharing the same slot in.
Yeah.
So now you have 9 of them all different. Oh man.
Well, but I guess it'd have to be whatever art from that cartoon movie.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So I don't know if it just ends up being one art. I don't know. It's been decades.
They didn't
I was
do
a
it.
kid when that came out.
They didn't do it, so maybe they do it in the winter drop. I don't know. We'll see because we got
just like Jeff was saying, getting mad about something that they never did. It's like getting mad at your wife or girlfriend getting mad at you for cheating on her in your dream.
Yeah.
It wasn't real. He had a really good point. It was funny.
Yeah.
So
okay. So YouTube, you can check us out on X.
What happens? Now we're a long way. We should have just got into it.
Right into it. Check us out on X or Twitter, aka Twitter. We post everything pretty much there. Don't do a lot of chatting there, but things are there. We're doing things. So if you're not following us on Discord or YouTube, that is the other way. But really, if you're watching or listening to us, just go to YouTube, man. That's all you got to do. You don't even need to bother with X. X lets you know when we're doing stuff or posting stuff, but that's it. All right, you can direct message us there. Or you can direct message us on our Gmail account. That is commandersmiths@gmail.com. Stay tuned for our store that is about to open. So we'll have another little tag coming out, but not quite yet. And I think that's it. So let's get into our first topic, right? What?
Real quick question about, and you can cut this off instantly, but do you think Elon Musk is just a really big fan of DMX, the rapper? Do you think X gonna give it to you?
I think it's more. I think it's more of a porn thing because then you have.
I mean, he does have like 12 different kids from 5 different women. You just need.
I mean, X is it's It's kind of the start of XXX stuff.
We already took a shot.
We already did. Are you wanting another one? No, we don't need another one.
We can't do this in the first hour. This is going to be a 2-hour podcast. By the way, my mom came over, so I'm very like high energy talking. So if you need to cut it off, do it. Just be like, all right, we're moving on.
That's what happens when your mom comes over. You get
just fighting.
All combative. All right.
Fighting.
Fun. Yeah. I can't wait to hear about that after the cast.
It wasn't bad.
Oh, unsnipped, uncensored. Lowery's mom.
That's a weird bad title,
especially since we were just talking about X porn.
This whole.
Are you gonna cut this whole?
Kill the energy. There we go. All right. What are we doing?
Lowery's mom. Oh, I didn't mean. That's not what we're doing.
What are we doing? Lowery's mom. Oh boy.
All right. Goo. All right. This is our only Planeswalker from this set. Let's talk about Planeswalkers.
Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator.
Wicked.
3 and 2 black.
Do it in a Ted voice. Do it in a Ted voice.
Oh, what?
Because he's from Boston. It's Wicked. How would you do a Boston accent?
Oh, that's true. Hockey. I'm not going to sit down and offend the only person we know from Boston.
It won't be offended. He does.
It'll just sound like a bad version of Ben Affleck. And is it Ben Affleck? Or
yeah, you did that. You did the
Affleck. It doesn't matter.
Oh man! All right. So, what do we have here? We have Ashiok.
I'm not going to read the card. I was just being a pain in the ass again.
Wicked smat. Wicked smat.
Wicked manipulator.
No, we have Arnold. All right, that works.
No, he has a wicked no. All right, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. All right. Okay, so we're only doing one Planeswalker per set from now on.
For the foreseeable future, I think.
And I think that's just standard sets because, you have commander sets, or master sets that potentially reprint sets or Modern Horizons. They I think can potentially have more.
Yeah. Well, because you get reprints and stuff like that. This is just right. So the reasons for it. What are the reasons for it? Well, we did. So there's a couple things. Actually, I'm going to steal this little take from Fast Finance, and I don't know if it's a known thing, but James was talking about, and this was like months ago at this point, or maybe a month ago
when we found out the information.
Yeah, that he was saying that part of the reason is Wizards wants you, and I don't know how true this is, but Wizard wants you to play the Planeswalker, and so that's why when we had Dominaria, and you had not Dominaria, March of the Machine, where they started taking the Planeswalkers and making them legendary creatures. The part that's hard with the Planeswalkers is you can't have them unless they put in the text, this can be your commander. They want these characters to be your general. I agree with that. I don't think they need to despark them. I think they just need to do what they did when they changed the legendary Planeswalker rule. We thought at that time, okay, it was around the corner. They're going to take it so that you can make all Planeswalkers your commander. I remember even speccing on that, being like, okay, these are Planeswalkers that I think would be really good commanders. And I don't know why they haven't done that. I mean, we had talked about that. All you really have to do is just take the ones that are the problem ones and ban them from being commanders. And that's all and then everything else fair game. That adds so much to the game of Magic. And the thing that's a difficult part of it, or to commander, I should say, the thing that's difficult is if this is your commander, you can't really do commander damage with them unless they had an ability of them changing into a creature. So you already kind of handcuff yourself, but giving that ability, but if you give them that ability to become your commander, it adds that much more options to build decks. I finally killed my Vraska deck that we broke the rules because we were just building decks in that first or second year doing the cast. And I think it would have been a fun commander to keep. You know, it was it might be on my list here drafting, but it's the sacrificing a permanent or whatever, and then you draw a card and all that stuff. Its ultimate was potentially winning the game, because if you're doing damage or something, that player loses and all that stuff. So I get what they're doing, but I wish they would have gone, all right, Planeswalkers can be your commanders, except for blah, 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 blah. You know, get rid of the ones that you can't. I know they
kind of got away from, I remember like Mark Rosewater articles or discussions that he was having that, you know, they are special characters, like you're saying. And wow. You think you can just buy us shots and then insult us?
No, he's insulting me.
You're right. You're fine. Keep doing it.
He's bitter because he's not coming this weekend. I mean, coming to my house. He's probably doing that. But
well, he's probably coming wherever he wants to be. He's a professional comer. So
can we cut that?
No, that's. I believe in him. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong.
I didn't know that was his job title.
No, it's not a job title. He's a
professional.
Look, if you're that good at coming, you can do it whenever, wherever.
How do you know
I'm
this?
sure. I heard stories.
All right, back to the
all right. And so they were meant to be always mythic. Like that was the original thing, and they were always mythic for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And then I don't hate what they did with like War of the Spark and making uncommons and having a static ability. I like how they worked a lot of it.
Static abilities are what I really liked that they added.
Right.
That.
But I do agree that they should probably consider having the chance of having Planeswalkers be commanders. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think a lot of people have a problem with it. I think it just kind of goes against the grain of what Commander originally was. And so we'll see in the future if there's less of them that you can do that, because there definitely are some that at this point, because I think we had the conversation of Planeswalkers prior to War of the Spark, maybe? Question mark. But like Narset definitely would be banned. Narset Parter of Veils would definitely just be banned straight up. And that might not be bad for the format anyway, but Narset isn't all over the place.
And I guess
it is. That, if we're considering Planeswalkers.
Well, I would say the thing about that is Wizards kind of changed, or at least not Wizards, it's the rules committee changed how they ban things now. You remember before it was like, this guy can't be your commander, but you can have him in the 99 and blah, blah, blah. Now they don't like to just distinguish between this like commander and that. So they'll just straight up ban them. So that's what you're kind of saying.
Right.
Narset would no longer, it couldn't be your commander and you can't play with it. So I don't know if I like that. If they did do it, I kind of wish they would just go, these can't be your commanders, but you can play with them in the 99. But I don't know if they'll go back on that or if they're just going to kind of we don't even know if they're ever going to do that. Anyways, it's just
right. This is all hypothetical. Right. Get mad at your husband for cheating on you in a dream. That I'm fine with them going back to less Planeswalkers. They've had a lot of issues in Standard where cards are designed technically for that, but they also do Commander in mind. But a lot of these cards are designed for Standard, and they have had problem with Planeswalkers forever. Mm-hmm. Like, and so if you go back to having just less walkers in Standard, you're going to have less problems. And now that they have a 3-year standard rather than 2, just think of if they were pumping out as many walkers as they were doing prior to that. Like you wanted to deal with 50 planeswalkers in standard? No thanks. I don't think anybody wants that. Like nobody wants to play with underpowered planeswalkers. Like why have them?
Yeah.
And then if you have OP ones, then they're just fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think less of them, but power them. You know, I didn't read this one. I don't think it's crazy. Like the price isn't crazy on it.
But that's where I think it should go the other way. Is like if you're only gonna have one, then have it more OP. Like if you're only having one.
Right.
Okay.
That's where I would say the mistake is. Like you should have a very powerful one. Either have it be undercosted or like OP.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't think
this is just where
that.
it was, but you're just doing one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know how important that is. Like also story wise, it was important to have like the bad guy and a good guy or two. And how are you going to tell that story now?
Well, I guess what you could do is more focus on one character then. But are they really going to have Ashiok be in this set and then the next set and then the next set? No, they're going to do different ones every single time. So
they're not. It's not going to be Eldraine for the next couple sets either.
Right, yeah.
We know that we have a cowboy set coming up with Oko in it.
Yeah, we can tell.
And he's a bad guy. So are we just going to have like a bad guy run of Planeswalkers because most of the good guys lost their spark in Aftermath? Is that what's going to happen? Is like that's thematically what's going to happen? Is bad guys kept their spark because they kept their nose out of Phyrexia, and they're just going to cause trouble across the multiverse, and there's no good Avenger Planeswalkers to be able to try and stop them.
So then we have a War of the Spark-esque return to Planeswalkers in a few years once we've gone through one Planeswalker per standard set. I mean, that could be something where we get 40 plus Planeswalkers in a set. I don't know. To me, I don't like that we're doing one. I like the idea of Planeswalkers are now legendary creatures and you're playing those as your commanders. But we've had this episode before where we talked about people should be using Planeswalkers more. I mean, I think what they need to do is keep going with the static ability things or their +1, their first, the abilities you can use right away be useful on things that you could use all the time. I kind of said that in the Discord today was I like using the Planeswalkers if I have to pay, if they're more like one more mana than a like card that's a sorcery or an instant. I like using the Planeswalker to do the same thing because it has the potential to be used multiple times if no one kills it.
Right.
And I try to fit Planeswalkers into every deck. They don't always make it in every deck because it still has to fit in the theme. But if I'm in green, I definitely am. I'm trying to throw in Nissas that remove enchantment or destroy enchantments or artifacts and stuff as part of my removal. They don't always make it, but I try. You know, it's in the first. The beginning starts of everything.
You know, when I have the piles, I definitely have a handful of walkers that go in. There are definitely decks that are just like, oh, this isn't a Johnny deck or a Liliana deck or Garrick deck, like Garrick Dong deck for sure.
That's a big deck.
And so like there are some decks where I'm like, oh, this is this. And some of, one or two of them make it, but not all of them, even though you can force it. Liliana, I think, is a really good example. And so, but one thing that me and Alex were talking about precast with Planeswalkers, when he was like, you should, as he said, we should pick Oko #1 overall, and he's obviously pressured me into it. And
are you spoiling you're so bad at giving away stuff.
And I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody even knew what was going on. But so I think there is a huge difference between having one or two utility Planeswalkers in a deck and then having a Super Friends deck. Because a Super Friends deck kind of just tends to be overpowering because people don't have enough removal for that type of permanent. And so that makes it tough. As in like attracts, everybody knows and attracts the Planeswalker deck. But when your Urtet commander, your Planeswalker deck gets going, it's really hard to stop.
Yeah, because you not only
Sorry,
have
there aren't many wraths that are played that deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like not frequent enough, but it is. It's a very weird place for removal.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pack Planeswalker removal into your normal decks, but you do want it against that Super Friends deck. And so it's a weird place for removal, and generally a Super Friends deck just gets to run wild a bit.
I will say though, I think that's what's kind of helped with War of the Spark was that when they had uncommons and rare Planeswalkers, if you look like we're doing the research of trying to figure out what cards we want or Planeswalkers we wanted to pick from EDH Rec,
right.
There's a lot of them that are from War of the Spark. There's a lot of the ones that are just the minus ability stuff.
They had a lot of good ones there, though.
Ton of use because of their static abilities are really good, or it's mainly their static abilities. It's basically
here's going to be my guess for our picks. For 2 of the 3 picks, the first 3 picks are going to be uncommon.
Are they? 2 of the first 3?
I think so.
You think
2
so?
of the first 3.
We'll see.
I think so.
Do you think we get to this right now? I mean, is there anything else we want to talk about with the one? I mean, we can talk more.
Are we here? Let's maybe try and summarize what we're trying to say. You're saying that you'd prefer a few more Planeswalkers per set. What do you think is a good number?
I guess here's what I'll say. If it's just standard, I know that's what it is. They're saying just 1 per standard, but then I would like them to make it up for non-standard sets and plug in new Planeswalkers into those sets more than they normally would. Like instead of, let's just say you're getting 5 Planeswalkers per standard set, and then when they do a like Modern Horizons is a reprint. No, it's not. It's a mix.
No, it's not. There's new cards in there.
It's new. But then let's say that's 5 normally. Let's say they're always 5. So I'm just saying it. That's not what it is. Now we're down to 1 over here. Then maybe the 5s of the non-standard sets, we go up to 7. Add 2 more than normal, or 8. Just give it a little bit more juice to get the Planeswalkers. I like the options in Commander. Why?
How about this? This is the idea that you're gonna love. Probably not. So you have 1 Planeswalker in your standard set, and then you have your commander decks that they come out with in standard. So like 2 decks per standard set. And you have your there's only a handful of new cards that come in there. One of them be a Planeswalker to fill out the story versus.
But then it would be the same Planeswalker is what you're saying.
What do you mean? No, it doesn't have to be like Ashiok for Eldraine. It could be whoever else is there. But really what we're saying, but the problem is that we know story-wise that a lot of good guys lost their spark.
Yeah.
So either you need to come up with new ones, or you lied in the story. So you can't just go and give Jace back his spark to be in Eldraine. You know what I mean?
So how come you don't like the idea of non-standard sets adding a couple more in? Because it's still less than what you would normally have, but you're just bumping it up like 2.
Going back to the conversation of how people don't play a lot of Planeswalkers, like you don't want to just jam pack a set with Planeswalkers,
right?
Because people don't play it a ton,
right? But what I'm saying is like how are we, I like that. That's what I was hoping is that we get to a influx of Planeswalkers that people start like the static abilities is a rather new thing. I mean, it's War of the Spark new, but that's new. That's since we've been doing the podcast. So yeah,
because within 5.5 years is new. Yeah,
right. It is. I mean, it's been around for 30 years, 30 plus years at this point. But I think adding the static abilities was a great thing because it's something that
agreed.
you're not only getting your bump from whatever you're plussing or minusing from your planeswalker, but you have this other thing that is happening at all times with your planeswalker. And I really, really like that add on there. And so I felt like planeswalkers were going in the right direction, and now we're cutting them off to 1. And so it's just like, well, shit, because this is the thing that I've wanted people to play more of. And I get what you're saying, the removal, but the removal is just attacking it. You know, if they don't have enough creatures and stuff like that.
Right.
The part that's hard with Urtet is that I have enough mirror that are out there as my meat. That's what it's supposed to be, the little meat force.
No, I think that's just playing a Super Friend deck style in general. Like, it's just hard to deal with planeswalkers as long as if everybody's on board with like, okay, we got to make sure that we're killing these certain planeswalkers when they come down. But if the whole group is off, like, it doesn't matter, and you're ignored until the last turn or two. Like, when there's 1 or 2 planeswalkers on the board, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, people are kind of like trained into, I'll wait until I have to worry about that ultimate.
Yeah.
You can gain your value, whatever. But when it is a Super Friends deck, you can't do that strategy. And people don't really change. I don't either. I'm in that group, and I think there is that difference. So I'm not saying that it matters at this point. Like, we have a much more than critical mass of planeswalkers to choose from. So for Super Friends decks, like, we aren't scrounging for planeswalkers at this point. So that part doesn't matter. I don't know if I care about adding more or not. I do like the static, but I wonder if they worry about running out of static abilities, if they want to stick with having static abilities. So if you have 5%, you're going to have 30 per year, maybe.
Well, they don't always have static, but they have been doing a lot of them. Yeah, a majority.
No, I mean, since War of the Spark, have they not all had static abilities?
Not all of them, no.
Can you name one that doesn't have a static ability?
Well, I can't name let's go back and look at some. No, they definitely, not all of them have static abilities. Since War of the Spark, you can do Sarah the Benevolent. Are you just talking standard? I don't think they all have.
Maybe.
Because Sarah the Benevolent doesn't have it, so that's Modern
Somebody
Horizons.
in the chat, tell us definitively, and we'll believe you if you say that they've all had static abilities or not.
Well, because then
but I'm pretty sure most of them have.
A lot of them do. No, I agree with you there, but I don't think all of them have static abilities at this point. I don't think so.
I think Sarah the Benevolent it's pre-War of the Spark.
Modern Horizons,
or very close.
Modern Horizons 1. So that was when I was. It is really close. War of the Spark might have been spring, and Modern Horizons 1 might have been that summer.
That summer.
Because that was when I was building, because I didn't have a spot to put them, so they went into your basement. Yeah, so I was War of the Spark, though. I got my sheet when I was still living at the old house.
Yeah.
So that was spring, summer. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of Planeswalkers. Oko's another one that doesn't have a static ability.
That was pre.
That was
pre. Maybe. That's a good question. Actually, you might be right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. What are some of the other ones? I keep thinking of War.
I think you're right. Is that
I'm
RoboCop?
looking at a fucking list in front of me. Why am I? It's just funny that I'm not like actually going through.
Is that RoboCop saying that if it didn't have a static ability, like they're worthless? Essentially, he's not saying that. I'm doing the opposite.
Yeah, no, he's saying that he likes. Yeah, that's the only thing that turns.
It's the stat. Yeah, I think that puts it there. I think you either need to make it really much more efficient at what you're doing, or really OP what's going on.
I'm looking at a lot of
no, I don't. Cole, I'm sorry, I don't even think that's going to make the list, friend. Sorry.
So what did we have? We had the Wrens are. I don't want to give away my list. I need to stop.
It's fine.
Let's see here.
I wouldn't pick your terrible cards anyway.
It's not the ones I'm gonna pick necessarily.
All right.
What are some of the newer ones? What are some of the new ones?
Let's summarize this idea though. This is 10 minutes later, but summarize the idea. We're saying I would say that I would prefer a story, as in one bad guy and probably 2 good guys. So I'm fine. I would prefer 3. 5 might be too many. 8's definitely too many. 7.
Well, my 5 number was just a hypothetical. I was just saying,
right,
let's just say
right.
there's 5.
No, they were printing how many percent though?
Probably about 3 to 5, I think.
3 to 5. I would like them to stay special. I'm okay with them going to rare. I don't want them going to uncommon.
Oh, Cole's naming planeswalkers that don't have statics that are recent.
I would.
And Ibukaki's normal response for everybody. Cole is bad at magic.
Archangel Elspeth doesn't have a static? Okay. All right. So they have done it. All right. That's all we need, is that it hasn't happened or not. And so I'm okay with them trying to keep it special. How would we I think I'd like the idea of maybe changing the lore.
I was gonna say I would rather them be really part of the story and the focal point and make them better. To make planeswalkers great again. MPG.
I'm drinking a decent beer, but I have a bad taste in my mouth. I don't
MPW.
Here, and I think I really like what they've done with some planeswalkers and having a legendary creature part of that. So if we want to talk about there's the Origins planeswalker, like Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, etc. for the other 4. And so if we could potentially, I know that there's printing issues here too, but creating walkers as flip cards, then I'd be okay with having more of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have a planeswalker ability once they meet a certain part, but whenever they planeswalk, they got to walk around not as a planeswalker, but as a legendary creature. And they're still badass in that region. But when they get into lore-wise, like a fight or a situation, or, somewhere that in the point of the story that they need to change into the walker of that overwhelming being, then they flip into the planeswalker.
Ooh,
I'd be okay with more planeswalkers are played. What?
Did you see my camera shake?
Did it just move? You getting excited? The boner went whoop.
No, it was a fucking thunderstorm, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
it fucking hit right above. That was crazy. My whole camera shook there. It was. You might have actually heard it. You'll hear it on the recording.
Did it sound like a bubble fart?
You mean like your burp beforehand, when we were doing the audio test?
Yes. No, that wasn't a bubble fart from my mouth. It was just a burp.
It was just
from burp.
It was crazy.
I mean, I don't care either way. They generally overprice planeswalkers to begin with, so if there's just one, I'm less likely to worry about it.
This mythic is only $150, totally overpriced.
Is it? All right. But starting out pre-price and
gosh, Ibukaki's grumpy. Okay, too long. Planeswalkers aren't needed.
He just wants. How about we take another shot and move on?
All right. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the draft. Oh, I guess I should play the little. Let's get ready to rumble, but I only can play 5 seconds. So then we
good one, a good bop right there.
Let's see. I
didn't use that right.
A good bopper.
Good bop. It was a boom. The
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
All right, not hitting any more of that. Let's get ready to rumble. It's not the
Buffer's
Celtics.
Real aggressive on his copyright.
Yeah, I know. That's not only YouTube, but yeah, you can't say the let's get ready to or have the let's get ready to rumble thing or whatever. All right. Oh, so he said Mila Crafty Companion is a good example of a creature that flips into a planeswalker. That's the white fox one. It's a white and then it turns into Luca.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. All right. Cheers. Thank you, Ibukaki. This one,
I don't know. Thank you, good sir.
This one was a Tennessee apple. Jack Daniels. Woo-hoo. There goes the afterbuzz. Afterburn. All right. So how this works, we're only doing 16 here. We are drafting our Planeswalkers, and then you guys will be able to vote if you guys are watching on YouTube. Oh, wait, it is the first week, so I still have to build all this stuff. So it's still not going to, it's going to go up after Wednesday. So we'll start Wednesday for the voting, and the voting will close by Sunday evening. So you have a few days, 5 days or so to vote on this. But we are going to go. Lowery has the first pick because he won the last draft, which was the vehicles.
A wizard.
Oops, not that one. We want this one.
Oh, good for you.
So Lowery.
I feel like we should have some type of button for Death Race after the vehicles, but
no one knows that movie.
Yes. I don't know. Cousin Jake does.
Oh.
Confusing one person.
Yeah. Your audience is for one person that definitely does not listen to us at all.
No. I'm talking about the other guy that changed in the Discord. He hasn't been on for a while.
Oh,
so I'd have
I thought
to
you
even
meant
check.
like actually
but
our
he changed
cousin.
his name to Cousin Jake.
But no,
yeah.
Cousin
no,
Jake
I know it's a
actually
reference to our cousin Jake.
Yeah.
Renshai, go away. Tibalt, come on. It's literally civil bordered. All right.
All right, Lowery. I'm giving you the drum rolls. I don't know if you can hear it, but there goes the drum rolls.
Let me know when they're done.
Go. Number one pick, Lowery J. Smith. Actually, is it Jay?
No, that's Grandpa's motherfucker.
Lowery.
All right.
R. Smith.
Nope. Wow.
Lowery.
Wow.
Smith the third.
Nope. That's why I'm not a J. Come on. We're cousins.
Lowery.
Okay. Number one.
The number one overall pick. Go ahead. I already did the drum.
I'm going to go with Oko.
Of course you
Thief of Crowns.
Of course you are.
As the number one overall. We didn't even define what this is about.
Oh, good for you.
Is this the best? Is this the light?
Oh yeah, why don't you explain that?
What? No. I don't know. What is?
I think it's the best commanders in our best. See, I'm used to wanting these to be my commander. That I always call them my commander.
Okay. So generically, the best Planeswalkers. That's what we're voting on. And so whatever Adam picks at point 16 is against Oko. Clearly, Oko is going to be bester.
Oko's good. I mean, it was in my top. It was in my top there.
It was in your top three, right?
It was.
Right?
It was in my top three.
Discussing?
It was number 3.
What's your number 2? Adam.
Well, the reason why Oko is so good is because it removes the ability, like you basically neuter a commander, and that's the big reason why Oko is so good.
That's the big reason. I have still never played Oko. Here's another thing that we can talk about these top couple. So one thing about like Ashiok, when you're looking at it, I don't know what it does, but I know that whatever one of those abilities are doing isn't worth the 5 mana that it costs. And so that's where I was talking about making it Planeswalkers either more efficient in what they're doing. And so Oka comes down, and a lot of these kind of effects of turning things into an elk is at 2 and 3 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes Oko so good, is that it comes down and it's removal. Nobody cares about a food unless you have to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Food's a little bit more important because of Lord of the Rings now, but still, and Eldraine.
Not in green blue, it's green black.
But what I'm saying is the removal, neutering, and it's not turning it into something that they can just sacrifice. You know, there's some Planeswalkers that'll turn them into treasures, but then they can just sacrifice and get their Planeswalker back. This makes it so their Planeswalker, they just keep attacking, someone
has to like block and kill it.
Yeah, and you're not,
or they have to sacrifice it. Yeah. So that's my point, though. This is legitimate removal.
Mm-hmm.
right?
And its ultimate
with upside.
is not even that crazy. It's just that it's the Planeswalker neuter.
And so the thing that I would say
neuter.
in Planeswalkers that they need to hit is find something that people want to do, make it not aggressively costed, but generically costed. And then the Planeswalker becomes playable.
Yeah.
Like 5 mana comes down, destroys 2 creatures for Ashiok. You know what I mean?
I'm going to cut you off because if we keep going, this is going to be a 2 hour.
I told you. All right. What's your
my
first pick, but
number
2 overall?
1 pick is going to be Narset. Narset, Harder Veils. So Narset goes number 2. Already wrote it down because I knew that's what I was picking.
Look, you assholes, stop playing this card. All right.
But it's used. It's
very good
in the top. Well, both these cards are in the top 3 cards Planeswalkers used.
Right.
And this one just makes it each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. So people are douchey with it with windfall effects and all that stuff. And like Lowery was saying, you're really focused on the static ability. The minus ability is meh, it's nothing special.
It's whatever.
Yeah. So
it's that at 3 mana is too good.
Yeah.
I don't think this effect should be happening because they did this with Leovold too, and it was green, black, blue, 3 mana as well. Fucking stop making it so people can't draw cards. How about that? Make it like a really expensive cost. It's fucking stupid to put it at 3.
It's
Sorry.
uncommon. It's uncommon though. All right, buddy.
So, yeah. Also that. All right. I want to fucking. All right.
All right. What is
Oko's
your
better.
number?
I'm just picking fair cards. Let's go with that.
Really? Oko's not fair. You neuter a commander.
Fair is fair as fair. All right. Third pick overall. My second one is going to be Ashiok Dream Render. Was that on your top 3 as well?
No, it was not.
It wasn't?
No.
Well, I was still right because I said the top 3 picks are going to be 2 uncommons.
You said you weren't going to be. Yeah, that's why I was thinking. I was like, what is he talking about the uncommon? That's further down on my list. Actually, did it make? That's like 6 on my list for this.
Wow.
You don't.
I fucking love this card.
You're talking about douchey cards. You're not allowing people to search their libraries and play Magic. What? Stop. What are you doing?
Okay,
Sorry.
so static ability is spells and abilities. Can't cause controllers to search the library, and it also exiles graveyards. It is 2 hate cards in 1, as in
hate.
That's fair magic.
Hate.
Because some people don't search their library, and or it's killing like Green's ramp in going for those land, but also just like general graveyard hate on top of that. Like those 2 together, perfect. It's such a good card. In my opinion, this is my favorite Planeswalker. Have we done a Fave 5 Planeswalkers?
No, I don't think we have.
Maybe
we did.
Maybe we have. It's been a while. But this is probably my favorite Planeswalker. Go on. What's your worst pick?
Oh, good for you.
It's not a good for you.
I am gonna go. I'm just trying to think what I have time to do here, and I think I have to snipe it here and keep it on your side of the draft of the bracket. So I'm gonna go with Teferi Time Raveler.
Yeah, I kind of figured you'd go that route.
It's on your side, so that is my best opportunity to take down your number 1. Let me pull this up. Time Raveler. So this is the 3-drop Teferi that each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast sorcery spells. Love that. Love that as a non-counter spell player. And then until your next turn, you may cast sorcery cards as though they have flash, and then return 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, draw a card. So you're getting not recursion. You're bouncing and you're drawing, and you're able to play your sorceries at, instant speed. The biggest thing is making it so people can't counter and destroy your stuff on your turn. So Teferi is going for the number 4 pick. Teferi, hang on. time.
And I agree. And the crazy thing is that we're talking about like War of the Spark was like a boom set, and like where it had so many.
We have three of the
top 4.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're gonna.
And this is one where I don't consider it a lot because it's not something that I necessarily care about. Like, I think this is also a very, very good hate card plus enabler and playing sorcery speed at instant speed. But it might not be niche enough. Like I still, even though Chaos Warp gets cast against me twice on Treebeard in a game, yep, I'd rather have that happen than not happen because I think that makes things interesting and fun. And shit, do I have anything to counter that? You know, like that. Those kind of things are fun for me. To whereas like this stops that.
Well,
is good.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
No doubt, it's good.
The worst thing as a commander player is on your turn, you're about to do your thing, and just being like, oh shit, somebody's gonna do something. Like for example, I would have had the win if I had Teferi Time Raveler out and I played Thrumming Stone. Isn't that right? Thrumming Stone, right? Thrumming.
Yeah.
Yep. Thrumming Stone, and this would have completely stopped that from happening, you know, and then that would have been game over. But you know, that's how it is. All right,
that's right.
All right,
you're in red blue, not blue white. So
but you know what I'm saying?
Terrible example.
But when you get excited because you see the win, but you know that there's removal and counterspell players out there, and you're just like, oh, please. My biggest thing is the counterspell. I'm like, please don't get countered. Please don't get countered. All right, so what is your third overall pick, Lowery? Looking at your
I'm going to be honest. I have not thought beyond this part.
I have my
list. I knew that these top 4 were going to happen. We have roughly 12 left.
I do want to give. There was a lot of shout outs. There's a lot of Discord people that said stuff. So Matt the Monorock, Ibukaki, Renshai, Spooge Wizard or SW Wizard. Copper the what is it? Oh, Copper the Hog. Everybody was given some suggestions of stuff, and some of these might make our list. Some of them I've written down and then I wrote next to it if I'm going to choose them. So I just wanted to give
here's this is the part that gets into the debate of there are more popular ones that I don't necessarily like. But I see that they're popular, but I'm skipping 7, 8 of them, and I'm going, oh, that one. And this is one that we're huge on. If we're going with cards that we would say part of the Commander Smiths.
And
I'm gonna do it. You know it.
I thought I had time.
We both fucking love this one.
I had time. I didn't think you were. I didn't because this is so high.
Because guess who's the master of time?
Oh, damn it.
Lowery / Teferi, master of time.
No, don't pick that one. That's too high.
No, this one is undervalued. It's so goddamn good.
It's my number 2 pick.
So good.
It's my number 2 pick on my board, but I thought I had plenty of time. That was the one I was like, I have plenty of time on that one. Shit.
This is one of those cards like that if we were talking about Commander Smiths and how we just fucking love the card
all the fucking time. If I play
any blue deck, it is at least considered.
Yep. It's in almost every one of my blue decks.
I fucking love it. I still love it. It's so fun.
If you're not playing with it, you should be playing with it. That sounds really bad.
Right. You just play with it while you're listening to us. And but this card, this is so
sorry,
far
I
down
didn't pull
on
it
the
up.
list.
Sorry, I should pull it up. Teferi.
You gotta pull it up, pull it out when you're done.
I just have this too much writing down here. Master of Time. Damn it. So yeah, it has
activate loyalty abilities of Teferi at instant speed, any turn, every turn, boom, 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 4 times. +1, draw a card, discard a card. -3, phase a creature that's basically attacking you, and then -10. Which is fucking easy. Take an extra turn after this one.
2 extra turns. And I fucked that up when I've ultimated this one multiple times. I did this and then Renshai was like, You forgot the second extra turn. I was like, well, I'm winning anyways. Like but I forgot.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's
so goddamn. And even just going like,
it's really
plus
good.
1, nobody's attacking me. Plus 1, nobody's attacking me. Plus 1, oh, you're attacking me, even though it's technically my turn on a 4-person. But you just phase that huge creature out that you can't deal with.
Yeah.
Like, what the shit?
Yeah. Well,
it's so good.
It's interesting because because I use this a lot, and you judge it. You go, well, they're attacking with a 3/3. If I -3 phase it out, that doesn't make any sense. Let's have the 3 damage. I'll +1, get the card advantage. We'll get the next one down. I have ultimated this so many times, and you don't even need to get the ultimate part. It's the draw part. You draw, discard, draw, discard, draw, discard. 4 times. It's insane. Like if we were to redo this draft as a this would be my number 1 pick. Like that's where it is. Like for me, because I use it all the fucking time. And
this would be my number 2 behind Ashiok.
I play it even in illegally because I'll put it in red decks. No, I'm just kidding. And then it gets cut before the deck is done. All right.
This feels good. I already won this one. I'm happy with it. Whatever.
I thought I had more time.
What do you think you're doing here?
Shit. So it's going to my side, and it's going to go against a potential Ashiok showdown. If
there isn't a fucking Ashiok that can handle it.
You know,
come on.
We'll just you're not going to pick that one, so let's pick things that you.
You gonna hate pick on me now?
No, I just know which ones I have time on because I don't think you'll pick them. All right. What is a good one that would be actually? I feel like I have a lot of time on a lot of these, but I guess if I go in my order,
can you tell me what you think I'm going to pick next?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
I would appreciate it because I have no idea either.
You know what? I'll just do it. I'll do it in the order that I had it, and we'll see where you go next. So I'm going Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. So we're getting with our.
I didn't even have that on my list.
That's what I was saying. It wouldn't be on your list, but it has all the abilities of all planeswalkers. Let's see, that is the number 6. So let's put it over here. Nicol.
Yeah, I'm worried about Lowery taking this because there's only generally 1 to 2 planeswalkers in a game. Nobody fucking cares about this one. This is bad. That's a bad pick. BT dubs.
You want
to take it back? I'll let you pick a different planeswalker.
No, mine destroys yours. Remember you talked about planeswalker removal? Destroy target creature or planeswalker is built in on the card.
Right. Again, but putting that in just doesn't mean anything. It's bad.
It's not bad.
It's bad.
It's in the top 10. It's in the top 10 planeswalkers on EDH Rec.
Yeah. I understand that, but people are wrong. That's fine. That's fine if people are wrong.
All right, what is your next pick?
I don't know. I already told you that. I don't know.
Because
I have one that I know that's better than something that I like. I know that's probably better. Where are we at?
I just dropped the list.
All right. I have like 4 that I'm not sure on. I don't really like those.
Just to give you a heads up, if this one wins its first match, it will probably be going against Narset. So I'll give you that a little. I shouldn't be giving you tips of what you are.
No, you definitely can appreciate it.
You're not looking at the bracket as I'm writing it down, so I have a little unfair advantage. So I'm helping you out here. I'll letting you know. So
so Narset is kind of like a win-ish card. Like when you win with it, that happens.
How many times are you gonna say win in a sentence?
Yep, win. So I'm gonna go with another win card that people I don't necessarily agree with and or understand. But I'm going to go with Jace, Wielder of Mysteries.
That is not even on my list. Oh, no, it is. It's on my It's down to by 30.
Right. I didn't rank it. I didn't rank them. I just fucking am looking at pictures. All right. And so it's a Jace Planeswalker.
Oh, sorry. I should pull it up while I'm writing all this down.
If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game.
Oh yeah. So
people love Lab Maniac,
but there's so many people that hate Mill, and that's why initially
I get it. I get it.
All right.
This is not a one that I play, but this is what I think other people will vote for. Please vote for Jace, Wielder of Mysteries.
Oh, the problem is whenever I search for things, I don't get the benefit of looking at them and deciding, because you see what I'm looking at, because I can't hide it from you. And I can't look at my phone because this is my
phone
camera
as a camera. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have
Maybe
a disadvantage.
You should get more tech savvy.
Maybe I shouldn't tell you what your matchups are so that I get an advantage back.
All right. All right.
Shoot.
Shoot.
God, that's not even a high one.
I got one that I think you should be picking.
I'm going to pick this only because of longevity and other formats. Not necessarily named Commander. This was huge and one of the most expensive Planeswalkers for the longest time.
Oh shit!
So I am going to go Jace the Mind Sculptor. And when Lowery got this card, I told him to sell it as soon as possible because there's no way it's going to go up in price. And I was wrong because it was only like $10 and it went way up.
No. It was a $50 to $60 card when it started.
Oh, was it?
Because Planeswalkers were so new.
Oh, that's right.
I remember us sitting down to eBay at my dad's house, and then I was like, no, I don't really have an account. Do you want to do it? And you're like, not really. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going. And then it was a fucking $100 card. Forever.
Yeah.
Now it's not. It's a $25 card.
Yeah.
Well, go get it. It's so good.
It is so good. It has the 4 abilities is amazing. I think that's my only way I can take down Oko, because if it wins, it goes against Oko. So that's
legit.
Yeah. So
that's legit.
And
this has that. I think it has that
kind of mentioned this one too. I already had on my list, but I'm mentioning people that suggested on the Discord as well.
I think this has the wallet fatigue issue with it, but if us saying $20, people are going to go out and buy it at this point. Go fucking get it. It's I can't tell you how many times Adam has gone 4 mana, unsummon that huge creature you fucking have, and me losing the game. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's stupid. And then he just goes, and then I play my big stupid fucking creature, and then Adam goes, brainstorm. Remove. And it's stupid.
Wrench, I also points this out. It is the first Planeswalker to have the 4 abilities, so that's
also true. Yep.
All right, your number 9 pick.
I'm semi-jealous. Hold on. It was technically way down my list.
Yeah, it was way down on mine too, but I was trying to think of something that would actually have a decent chance to go against Oko.
Okay, so now here's like when I'm looking at like EDH rec and how everything was ranked and how they are used and stuff, I see a ton of older cards. I'm gonna hold off. Now that I hear myself, I'm going to hold off on some of the older ones. I think I got a little bit of time, and I'd be happy with a handful of these anyway. And there's some here, but I think I personally only have 4 more.
I know that's a hard part. I know it's like this could have been a 32. This could have been a 32 tournament.
Oh yeah, it could have. We can extend it.
No, it's an hour and a half at this point.
We're doing great. Yeah. We're doing great. Go for 2, 3. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go Liliana Dreadhorde General.
That was next.
That's what I thought you were gonna pick. No, so this is kind of a spite pick.
Well, just to let you know, the matchup is gonna be against Jace the Mind Sculptor.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good one.
It was my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th pick. So you're getting it at number 9. I think that's pretty good. Wow.
Donka.
9.
Donka shoot.
Lily. It's red. All right. That was a good pick there. Yeah, that whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card is fantastic. Somebody mentioned that in the Discord. I didn't write the name down, but somebody else mentioned it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good one. So, all right. So now we move over to the number 10 pick. That moves back over, and I'll be going against your Jace, the mill dude. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Shit. That was an overpick. I feel bad about it now.
Oh.
I wish it was the Nicobolus. I was going to go Nicobolus after you, Nicobolus, but then you went Jace after my Jace. So.
Oh, shit.
How is it?
I have a few that I really want to get there.
You're right.
So
I only got 3 spots, and there's like 7 I want to pick.
I know. God, and then I'll go against number 16's going against Oko.
Oh, I believe it, Renshai. The card is just fucking bonkers and limited. And Commander, it's fucking work.
I'm gonna do it. I'm going Ugin the Spirit Dragon. I gotta get a dragon in there.
All right.
Ugin,
All right.
Going against your Jace. But it's gonna lose to Narset, which is the part that's gonna suck. All right, Ugin the Spirit Dragon. And
this card is so good. I was surprised at how low it was.
I know. It was way down on the list.
The card comes down, even if you're like an artifact aligned deck, the card is bonkers.
But
it's so good.
Well, with Eldrazi now, with that helps out that because you can basically exile everybody else's stuff. It has the removal built in on a stick, and then if it's not that hard to get the ultimate, like you're getting +2, so you got 2 turns, and that sucker is. Ugin's been around forever, and it's a good card, and that's why it's over $20, and it's been reprinted. Well, core set.
What is it up to now? It should have went up with the Eldrazi pre-con.
I'm seeing the cheapest version is at $23.
Okay. It didn't really go up at that point.
All right. Your number 11 pick, which will be going against. No, I'm not giving you the advantage.
Oh, you can tell me that shit.
You get the surprise bitch factor.
It's going against Teferi Time Raveler, right?
Sure.
Hold on. No, you're right. All right, this is going. Oh, Jace, Mind Sculptor.
No, you still don't have it right.
Stop. What are you talking about?
You don't have it right. Just pick the card.
It is Nicol Balls. It is Nicol Balls.
Yes, it is Nicol Balls.
It was in between. You can tell me because this is drunk. And it's just going to take time. That's not. You don't want 3 hours.
You get to look at him. I can't look at him. I gotta get an advantage somewhere. I need to know what I'm going up against.
I know what some people are liking. This might be the point. I'm going against Nicobolus.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with the OG Soren Markov at this point.
Yeah, oh, that's your boy. That is your boy.
This is my boy. Holy shit, how many times has this killed me? Soren Markov. Soren. It's only here. It's 6 mana, 3 black. Or it's 3 and 3 black. But that -3, target opponent loses total or life total becomes 10.
So you just do it right away. It's stupid.
10. You just have it come down. Hey, best player, 10. It doesn't even matter where their board state is. Comes down, best player, 10.
I think
if you are the best player, you target yourself. 10.
I think 90% of the time that you have cast this, Adam's life is 10. I'm not saying every time because I have instances in my head that you did not choose me. But as soon as I see you play this card, I'm like, fuck. I'm like a 90% fuck.
Right.
It's a
get
90%
you in line.
Fuck rate.
Look, if somebody had played this Thursday night it would have been faster games.
Yeah,
we had so much life gain, like, even though there was plenty of people below 10. But this card's bonkers. This is when we had that conversation. This was one of the few planeswalkers we would say is banned as commander.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, I agree. I already have my next pick because it's gonna take down your. It's gonna take down your Teferi Master of Time, and I'm gonna take it down with Teferi Hero of Dominaria, Battle of the Teferis.
Which one is this?
I'm pulling it up right now. Hero of Dominaria.
Oh.
I get to untap 2 lands, put target non-land permanent and its owner third from the top, so it has a bit of stupid removal on it, which is annoying as all get out. And then you get the emblem if you get the ultimate. Whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls. This is just all the Teferi is like the best planeswalker, as you can kind of see. We basically have chosen most of them.
This wasn't on my list.
Whatever.
It's fairly mid.
Whatever.
I like the midnight one from Midnight Hunt.
Are you gonna choose it? Are you gonna choose it?
No, that's not on my list either. I don't think. No, it's not. It's mid.
Whatever you choose goes against
great in standard. I'm glad that you're happy about
whatever you choose
cards.
Goes against the other Teferi.
Teferi Time Raveler. Yeah, no, I agree. This is the matchup part. That's what we should do. Midway, we should be like matchups. Boom, and then we know. Okay, so Teferi Raveler of Time.
Hey,
I got to figure out something.
I really kind of want to tell you. You should pick that Teferi because then that lower bracket is a 4 Teferi bracket. Teferi.
I only have 2 picks left though.
Yeah, you.
And I have at least one.
Now
what do I need in there?
I know, and now I don't know what I want to add for sure.
So the problem is that like 3-color planeswalkers just aren't played nearly as much.
Which it's funny
but
because
if they're in that color, they're played.
But they're in the top of that list, which I'm like surprised when I was looking at it. I was like, nope, not that one.
When we're talking about like Tameo Field Researcher, Nicobolas, God Pharaoh, or the Nicobolas you already picked, like those they basically just go into the deck because they are those colors. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they are better. They just go in every 3-color of that color.
Yeah.
And I might just be talking myself out of a win. I gotta go with maybe that's something that I can pick. And I know nobody's on board with that. Shit. Now here's
you pick like
I'm the worst.
I take turns.
I'm the worst. Okay. I know this is my personal preference, and a lot of these are terribly. I'm gonna go with Dak Faden.
What?
Right.
What? Okay. Dak isn't even on my list. This is the first
but you're
one.
wrong.
This is the first Dak.
He's dead from
Is it D-A-K-K? Is it
D-A-C-K?
Is it C-K? Okay, so I'm like,
yeah,
it's not even...
spell it like he's part of a boy band from the 90s.
A comma isn't there.
Dak Faden. No, there's no comma. D-A-C-K, like space. There's a space.
Oh, it's F-A-Y-D. Right.
F-way. Yeah,
F-way. F-way. I've been drinking. Kid can't even read.
Okay, so
F-way.
the +1 is draw 2, discard 2, target player. So you can force some. This fits into any deck where you want them to discard cards. I don't want
an explanation of your bad card.
No, I do. But then gain control target artifact. So this is 3 mana, come down and steal a ramp piece. It's so good. It's a ramp card. All right. There's underplayed, underappreciated. you got to play with it more. All right.
I play with it
a little
enough.
bit more.
I play
with it a little bit more.
Enough.
And then you get to this is the last couple picks. What the fuck do you think you're gonna do for your second to last pick? What are you doing?
I'm coming after your Ashiok with and actually Wrench. I put this out there and I was like, yeah, I think it's about time for that. But I'm going.
Vault?
No, I'm going Karn, the Great Creator. So douchebag card in a bottle.
That's not a bad one, actually.
Yeah, it's the activated abilities of artifacts your opponents control can't be activated. Yeah. That's a pretty damn good card.
That's pretty good.
Let's see. So that is my number. What was that? Karn is 14. So 14. So Lowery, this is your last pick. Karn, the Great Creator. So it also has until your next turn, up to one target non-artifact creature becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its mana value, and then -2 reveal an artifact card you own from outside the game. Yeah, that part doesn't matter. It's the main is the static ability.
It's just the static. Yeah, nobody cares.
Everybody plays mono rocks, and you shut them down
except for a green, which is the most played.
Oh,
so it's just like a dead card against the best player. My last pick is going against Narset, Parter of the Veil. And I'm going to go for a win card just like Narset. Basically, if it's this type of deck, life gain, and this card comes down, you're going to win the game.
Oh, you're talking about my baby?
No, it's Pop Baby.
No, it's I play that in so many decks.
I do too.
What? You get the two cards that we play the most. I know what you're. Let me guess. Ajani?
Ajani.
Yeah.
Strength of the Pride.
I wanted to fit him in. I'm glad actually that you got him in because I was like, I have to get that card because we talk about that so much. Where are you? Strength.
I love it.
It is.
If you have a life gain deck, this needs to go in there.
Yes.
It's gone down dramatically in price because of the jump start.
And it's in the commander
reprint.
Secret layer. So it's
wait, what?
Yeah, it's in the secret layer commander angels. They're just like us, but cooler with wings. It's in that deck as well.
Okay.
So it's
I guess I missed that,
but foils of this is freaking fantastic. I love this card. It's
okay. So basically,
it's gonna lose. It's gonna lose, but I like it.
Pride mate, gain life.
Love it.
It's a 0. That's really that part. If you have less than 15 life, or nope, hold on.
More.
Give me a second. I gotta rub my eyes a little bit there. All right. Hey. If you have at least 15 life more than your
starting life total,
exile Ajani and each artifact and creature your opponents control. It's a fucking game. It's
game winner.
Game winner.
Yep.
It's straight up. If you are over 15 life, if you're 55, that's better than Aetherflux Reservoir.
Yep. This is
but you gotta be in that life gain style of
that's
deck.
its only downfall is if you're not the other. I mean, the other two are decent. You're putting a cat creature token into play, and then you gain life. If you're playing token heavy deck, you could potentially do it that way without life gain, because you'll gain life if you're playing a lot of tokens. Like think of that, because then it does it by itself. But I'm not talking up your pick to beat my pick.
It's a good card. I'm surprised at how low it is. Do we have any interest in just naming off a bunch of planeswalkers that we like to play with that didn't make this list?
Well, sure, you go ahead right now because I haven't done my last pick.
All right, are you trying to figure it out?
No, I know.
You have no idea.
No, I have a bunch
Great.
But I'm going against.
So here are some that I really like. Maybe off the wall.
Stop it! I need to pick mine. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, Nissa's on there. Who shakes the world is what you're about to say?
No, I was going to say Vital Force.
That isn't on my list.
Yeah, you're bad at Magic. I already told you that.
What, is Ibukaki here?
Just channeling my book hockey.
I would just say build a better deck.
No. What are you talking about? Oh, after one turn, it's landfall, draw a card. That's so goddamn good.
I would just say build a better deck.
Saheeli Ray is
Oh,
copying
I know what I'm going to
creatures?
do. I'm going to try to combat it with another known one.
You
that's
gotta go against Oko.
I know.
What are you gonna do there?
I'm going for Ren and 6. I'm just going to do Ren and 6. I know it's
no shot.
No, I know.
No
it's a number
shot.
1 against a number 16 seed.
Yeah, but you got to pick a good card.
Oh.
This
you like land and you play fetches, so this is very nice. It brings it back to your hand. You play it again.
I don't even like it. I've never even played it. I think it's super overrated. I think it's for Commander. It's fine for Legacy.
That's where I'm going. We have other players that people play other formats, so that is my only hope, because everything else was going to get its ass kicked. Ren and 6 was the only opportunity that I have that if other people play other formats, I might have a chance of winning, because I had Duretti, scrapped Savant as my next one, Vivian, Champion of the Wilds, Ugin the Ineffable, Vraska, Betrayal's Sting, which is the newer one. That's high on the list. Did you notice that when you're looking at the EDH Rec stats? It's pretty high. The new Vraska, the one with the completed thing. She's actually pretty high.
Yeah, I don't even know that one. It's too expensive, so I don't even care at this point.
And then I had Freyalise, Land of War's Fury, The Wanderer, and then I hit Ren and 6. So that's where mine. And I have a bunch of others, but you name some of yours that you have there.
I got Saheeli, Sublime Artificer, Ral, Storm Conduit, Tamio, Field Researcher, Nicobolas, God Pharaoh. That was one that I almost picked against after your Nicobolas one. Elspeth's Son's Champion. One that I almost picked as well, Garrick, Primal Hunter. Drawing cards.
Wow, we actually had quite a bit that weren't on each other's list, because I didn't have those. I had the Tezzerets, I had the Master of the Bridge, Agent of Bolus, Saheeli, Sublime Artificer, Ral, Storm Conduit.
One of my favorites, Chandra, Torch of Defiance. I fucking love that Planeswalker.
That's the only Chandra, and I was like, Lowery's going to pick that for sure. I'm actually surprised.
I was so close to it.
I'm surprised.
I was fitting it into every deck for like 2 years after it was released. It got cut. Xenagus, the Reveler. Somebody mentioned that on the This is one that I was super high on. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge.
Yeah,
did you have that on your list?
That's one I just said. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Tezzeret.
That one's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's so good in the right deck. Tezzeret the Seeker, Nissa Vital Force, Huatli, Radiant Champion, Saheeli Rai.
Huatli was one that we both liked because you did that one time with it. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah,
but
that was fucking good.
That's off a personal experience because we've seen it in action when it works, and that's why you end up liking it.
Because basically I played it, brought it up to Ultimate, and next turn Ultimate it, and just started drawing cards after what... It was
some of the flip stuff I wanted was Nissa Vastwood Seer because that's getting the land. Discord, Copper the Hog. He mentioned Nicobolas Ravenger. You mentioned Xenagos, the Eternal Wanderer. Matt the Monarch mentioned. There's a lot. There's a lot of freaking Planeswalkers. But let's go through the matchups really quick before we get into Something Smith Savant. And yes, it's going to be a 2-hour episode. So. First matchup is going to be Oko against Ren and 6. Next matchup is going to be Narset against Ajani, Strength of the Pride. The next matchup is Liliana, Dreadhorde General, going against Jace, the Mind Sculptor. That's going to be quite the battle. It's an 8 and a 9 right there. The next matchup is a 10 and a 7. Ugin, the OG Ugin, Spirit Dragon, going against Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. So it's a 10 versus a 7.
That'll be a good one.
The number 4 going against the number 13. Number 4, Teferi Time. What is it? Teferi Time Raveler as my pick against your Dak Faden.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot. I just play more Dak.
The number 3, Ashiok, going against Karn, the Great Creator. That should be a good one. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we got number 12, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, going against number 5, Teferi, Master of Time. Teferi's battling it out, so only one Teferi can win. And then our last matchup is the OG Sorin going against the OG, well, not really OG, but Nicol Bolas. Which Nicol Bolas is that? It is
God Pharaoh.
Dragon God. Nicol Bolas going against Dragon God.
See?
So those matchups, yes, that was a lot. We missed a lot. Yeah, I know. Wrench, I said you guys missed a lot of so many good picks. We could have done this one as a 32, if not a 64.
But we're lazy and we're not going to do
that. Takes like
for
2
another
months
extra
so much work.
Right. Nobody even cares.
Yeah.
We just crammed it down. And the only I just want to add in the only I would say only 3 of these, if we change them to commanders, would be banned, which would be Karn the Great Creator at your 14.
Yep.
14 seed. 11 seeds, Soren Markov,
number 2 seed,
and number 2 seed, Narset, Parter of the Veil.
Yep.
So those would be the 3 where I'm like, ban if Planeswalkers became commanders. Otherwise, I think it's pretty open.
Don't you think? And I think Ashiok could be one on the chopping board too, because you're preventing people from going to do their fetches. Like, you can't search your library. Like, that's kind of as your commander doing that all the time. Like, we see that on the agent, what's its nuts, but it's not a legendary, you know. They're creatures, so it's not your commander. But not being able to search your library, and that's a lot of people like tutors. We don't,
right?
But having that as your commander, I think, would be a little difficult. I'm not knocking.
Do we want to just say the top 4 would suck as commanders?
Yeah,
for
actually,
sure.
Oko would be really bad as your commander.
Teferi, Time Raveler, not being able to play instance.
Yeah.
Would be awful.
So go out there and vote, guys, for these awful.
The top 4 are awful. Go find out. How did we ever frame this as in the best or your favorite? Or
yeah, we did that at the beginning. You're drunk now.
Right. No, yes. Right. No, yeah.
It's the best. All right. We still need to take one more shot of Ibakaki's regular shots.
Yeah,
but while we're doing that, why don't we get everything set up for Stump the Smith Savant? And it's time to hit that button. It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Stump the Smith Savant. All right. All right, if you guys don't know how this game works, I am going to read the flavor text of a card, and Lowery is going to try to guess the card by asking yes or no questions. Every yes will hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no will hear this.
Wrong.
If he gets 5 wrong guesses, he is considered stumped. This week's stumper is none other than Los Pollos Hermanos from the Exiled. The card has to be in at least 10,000 EDH rec decks. Currently, the prize is the foil proxy AI art of Delighted Halfling that I made there, and a border breaking, whatever it's called, Smothering Tide foil.
Adam style foil
that has been added to the ante because we were at week 4. If you have any suggestions, we are starting to get lower. We have if you're adding suggestions in, you're probably going to get drawn here right now. And I should probably get that out here. Where is my drawing box? There it is.
So send it in. Send whatever thing, card.
We're not low. There's a lot in here, as you can see there, but it's getting lower than what we've been. Haven't gotten a ton of new suggestions. It's always the people that have already either haven't stumped you or stumped you resubmit, which are really good about doing that. I appreciate that a lot.
Great.
So you can only have one suggestion at a time, but you can always be in, even if you win. So 10,000 EDH rec decks. Make sure to direct message me on the Discord or email us at commandersmith@gmail.com. Lowery gets up to 3 clues. If he can get everything about the card but can't get the card, he'll get the initials. If he has a clue left over, he'll get a bonus clue. I would say here we go, but we have to take a shot. Lowery's last.
Is just do the thing and then we'll take a shot as I'm thinking.
I already did the thing. Or are you talking about like the flavor text part?
No, yeah, do the text.
Right, so I'll take the shot after I read the flavor text. All right, so
yeah,
here we go, guys. When the task spilled over into let's try this again. When the task spilled over into undeath, he stopped calling it his life's work. God, I can't read. Hit the first button. Hit the button.
One.
She can't even read.
I'll try this one more time. When the task spilled over into undeath, he stopped calling it his life's work. There we go. There we go. And maybe I should just read it off the card over here instead of looking up here. But I'm looking at the camera if I'm looking up here.
Just read the whole card if you could.
Yeah. And I'm going to take my shots. Thank you for the third shot, Ibukaki. This one is a Captain Morgan.
Mr. Hockey.
Which means I'm not going to like it because I don't like shots of Captain. Here we go. Captains. I don't like Captain. I like it as a Captain Coke, but not as a shot.
I'm terrible at shots.
Too many of those in
That's good.
college.
And I think Malort has burned like a hole in between my mouth and my nose. Just kidding. It hasn't. I see
you have some new bottles of Malort back there. Oh, look at those babies.
I have a sinus issue. Like I probably have a hole. So like if I'm stuffed up, I know other people don't have this thing. So if I blow my nose and it's like one nostril going really good and the other one not, I get a booger in my eye.
Oh!
Yeah. It's super fucking gross.
The visual on that just, God.
It's just, you're blowing, you go.
And it pops up in your eye?
I mean, this time it popped up in my hand, but.
What is happening? What are you going to wipe it on? The camera?
I was just faking it, and I apparently had a booger in there.
You had some bats in the bat cave. Oh, gross. That would have been awesome if if you did that and then you couldn't see because it went in your eye.
No, but it's not boogers. It's like snot that goes up in. It's my right eye that it happens, and it goes. And then you wipe your eye, and then it's fucking like slime.
You're grossing me out. Stop it. Stop it. Please.
It's just what happened.
No.
There's a hole in between my sinus and my eye. And so like if I close my nose and I'm like, if you press really hard and like try and breathe out of your nose, but you're holding it,
do you think
it comes out of my eye?
So you
like
probably could do like the spaghetti trick where you pull it out of your eye and go like,
Yep.
Why am
Absolutely.
I opening my mouth?
I haven't tried it.
You should.
I have no interest in having noodles in my noodles.
Cole says, see a doctor. Well, that's the other thing. I eliminated the chat so that Lowery can't see any.
And what are they gonna do? I'm gonna have plastic surgery, but then I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm all fucking Hollywood, so I'll avoid that.
Matt said probably lupus.
When the task spilled over into undeath, he stopped calling it his life's work. This feels like a black and or white card. Is it that?
Hello, boobies.
I don't know anything beyond that. Can I get a first clue, please?
I was debating if I was going to give you the art. I thought if you had a good inclining of what the card was now, I would go the other way and do the reverse order, but it doesn't sound like you do. So we will go with the art still. The art features a half decomposed person with no hands, surrounded by papers and symbols. Papers and symbols.
Papers and symbols. No hands.
The art features a half decomposed person with no hands, surrounded by papers and symbols.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I think is that there though? Papers and symbols?
I should read now. This one I'm not going to give you. I made this one a little more mysterious.
like I half-ass feel like I've read this before.
Matt has it. Gave the initials. He got it. Boom. And Renshai says he knows the card too. We already got 2.
What are those initials? I have a feeling I know, but I'd like some direction. All right. So this definitely feels like a Orzhov card from Ravnica. We've been there 3 times. I don't even remember the second time. Third time. Actually, third time. I don't remember the second. Nope. Hold on. Drunk. I think it's that one. Have I guessed this time? Is this a creature? Hold on. Stop.
Almost at
Stop.
the button.
Stop.
Wait, do you want the button or not?
Is this a permanent card? That's the better way to go about this.
That is smart. And
Wrong.
it is not.
It's
Good.
not a
Pillsbury.
permanent. So it's not. So we know that it's an instant and or sorcery.
And what colors did you say?
A black and or white.
Just wanted to make sure I didn't remember exactly. Didn't want to give stuff away.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the.
Now that you did the boogie thing, now I have like a boogie bothering my nose.
Right, you probably do. That's fine.
I don't want to shoot it out.
Do you
and
have
wipe it on
boogie
the
bothering
camera.
your eye though? That's.
I can't say.
Do you not do farmer's blows?
In the shower, hell yeah, I do. Cindy hates it. I have to wait till she's out of
What
the
do you,
shower.
yeah, do you like take your big toe and just fucking shove it down the drain?
It's not
When it gets
that
hung
big
on
of
that one?
boogers. Jeez.
What do you mean? How big of boogers do you have?
Why is it's? I don't need to shove my boogers down with my foot.
Just take your thumb.
No, it just
thumb,
goes
toe,
down.
and it just goes down.
Yes.
Why are you even farmers blowing? That's like disappointment to farmers. It should be just fucking. It should be the size of
focus,
like one
Lowery.
knuckle.
Focus.
All right, you're right. All right. So we're saying that it's an instant or sorcery, and it's black and or white. Color identity. Oh, I don't know. I had an idea. But I got it wrong. Second clue, please.
The text features revealing cards, potential loss of life, and potential repetition. The text features revealing cards, potential loss of life, and potential repetition. Again, for those that are listening and not seeing, when the task spilled over into undeath, he stopped calling it his life's work. Clue number 1 is the art features a half-decomposed person with no hands surrounded by papers and symbols. The text features revealing cards, potential loss of life, and potential repetition.
No hands. No, it's that fucking card. I just looked at that shit today. Ugh. Hold on. It's an instant.
Hello, boobies.
3 and 2 black.
Wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, boobies.
I went the other way. I went
Fucking
the other
right.
way. I went the other way with it. I went the
I
other way.
knew it.
Went the other way with
All
it.
right.
My bad.
Originally from Shards of Alara.
Hello, boobies.
Not specifically what it says, but reveal a top card, take life for its mana cost, and put it into your hand, and you can repeat that process.
Hello, boobies.
The initials are A-N. A-N.
Ad nauseum.
Hello,
Oh!
boobies.
Nice job.
Hadouken! No, that's not right. What is what's his nut say?
Hadouken is fine.
Guile. What's Guile say?
Shit.
I'm American. All right.
Oh shit, what is it? It's Sonic Boom. Is that what you wanted?
Sonic Boom!
Is that what you wanted? Sonic Boom.
It's not as good. Okay, so
Hadouken is so much better.
What's the uppercut thing now? That looks better when I'm
Shoryuken. Actually, that's the other.
No, that's
Or he can do Chun-Li's. He could do Ninja Kick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you did that as you kicked our ass. The only thing that would work was like Blanca. Just you're kicking from far away. Got it.
Good job, buddy.
Poyos?
Yeah.
You had a shot.
And by the way, I forget to say this all the time lately. If you lose, you can send this card and sign, not this one, sign a land, send it in
specifically,
and it will make the wall. See the Lowery wall? Can you turn your camera over? And my camera over? That wall over there.
Whew.
It makes my wall. If you wanted to send in 2, there's Lowery's wall right over there. No, you don't even have it on there. Move it over the other way. There it is. Those are the losers that say awesome messages. And
it's mostly just Renshy. That's fine.
There's some others in there.
But he's the only one that's willing to admit it. Unless you have some hanging out at your house at this point since SmithCon.
Nope, I don't have any.
All right,
because
people need to send their shit in because I have won.
All you've done is lost since SmithCon. So that whole summer you lost. All right, I didn't pull Los Pollo's name out yet. So if I pull that, I'll pull another one. I keep forgetting to do this after every time. So we're gonna pull for next week.
Oh,
and he fucking sent in Ibukagi's gonna hate this. But Demonic Mango, which is also Quinn from the Discord, he's just did it not that long ago.
He's pretty consistent.
I don't know how I got to get a different system of drawing balls or.
Let's keep him out of there, I guess. I'm not drawing what?
So, I know I said it. All right, so yeah. Oh yeah, Cole said he sent penis archers. He did. It's right there. That's the middle of the naked boob girl.
I would like a penis archer.
You do. You have it. It's on your wall. It says.
Oh, you're right.
It has hashtag Team Forest Walk shit on it, which is BS.
All right.
There it is on the left. There it is. That sexy card besides the hashtag. Hashtag needs to go away. But you guys can send your suggestions in. Get you guys entered in. And just remember it has to be in 10,000 EDH rec decks or more. And we'll draw your name to see if you can stump Lowery. Again, 2 more weeks and we add another card to the antes. So good luck to you guys. And good luck to Quinn on like his 3rd draw in the last 6 months or whatever. So that's pretty crazy.
Lucky.
But yeah, so that should do it, right? We are done for this cast. We're
done. It's 2 hours.
Make sure to check out Lowery on Thursday on his Spotlight deck, and we will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
So you
watching. Damn, bye.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas.
I almost spilled this beer.
Love boobs. I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs.
Thanks for the memories.
I love boobs.